Hey, this is Ryan from Rocket SaaS, and you're listening to the SaaS Marketing Weekly podcast, the show that gives you actionable marketing strategies and campaign ideas to rocket your SaaS business. And if you want even more SaaS marketing ideas, go to saasmarketingweekly.com to join my free newsletter. Hello and welcome back to another episode of SaaS Marketing Weekly with me, your host Ryan, the founder of Rocket SaaS. And today I'm going to be talking to you about A/B testing, and particularly why I think that A/B testing is a waste of time on your website if you're a startup. So I'm going to explain to you what is A/B testing, why I think it's a waste of time on your website if you're a startup, and an alternate strategy or avenue that you can be using for your A/B testing, which is far quicker and more effective, in my opinion. So we're going to go through all of that today in a relatively short podcast. So first of all, A/B testing, what is it? Most of you will probably know what A/B testing is, so I'm going to make this brief. A/B testing is essentially where you create two different versions of the same thing. Let's say it's a web page, for example. You've got version A and version B. Both versions have different copywriting on them. Then you drive traffic to both pages. You typically split the traffic. So 50% of the traffic goes to version A, 50% goes to version B, and then you monitor the data. So which of those two pages gets the most conversions, be it free trials, demos, or you could measure other things like which page gets the most amount of time spent on it, or the most amount of clicks to other pages. All sorts of things you can measure, but mostly you're ultimately looking for conversions. And then after you run that test, you might see that version B is performing much better than version A. So you just delete version A and then drive all traffic to version B, and you're going to get more conversions. But if you're good, you'll keep always having another version. Delete the bad one, add another one. Delete the bad one, add another one. So in terms of why I think that A/B testing is bad for startups, is because startups don't have traffic. Startups don't have SEO traffic because their websites are pretty new. They don't have traffic from organic social. They're unlikely to get a lot of traffic from an email newsletter. So they're not getting a lot of free traffic. Most traffic that startups get comes from ads. So the traffic is quite expensive. Every single click is costing you $1, $2, $10, $20, depending on what industry you're in and who you're targeting. So the traffic that you're driving is very, very expensive. And unless you've got a huge budget, you're not going to be driving a ton of traffic. So for that reason, most startups get fewer than 1,000 website visitors per month. Most startups don't even get anywhere near that. Most startups are getting sort of 200-300 visitors per month. And to do A/B testing effectively, you need a high number of conversions. So when you're starting out, a 1% conversion rate is actually pretty good for a SaaS website. So if it takes you 4 months to get 1,000 visitors and you've got a 1% conversion rate, you're going to get 10 demos. And then you look at your A/B testing and say, okay, we've got 10 demos, we've got 7 from this page and we've got 3 from this page. It's taken us 4 months to work that out. Let's delete the poor performing page and now we'll get a few more demos and then you might get 3 the next month. It's just too slow. You need to act faster than that. You need to make decisions quicker so you can make changes quicker so that you can scale quicker. So messing about on your website doing A/B testing to very low traffic sites is a waste of time. You can be doing something much, much quicker and getting results faster. And the way that you do that is you don't A/B test on the website, you A/B test your ads. My favorite platform to do it is in Meta ads. The reason is because LinkedIn ads is extremely expensive. And I don't use that platform to kind of tinker that much if I'm not sure what the best messaging is or what the best creative is or the best call to action. Obviously, I do that in LinkedIn ads, but I don't do it when I'm at the very early stage of working with a SaaS company. I put a relatively small budget into A/B testing in the first month and try lots of different messages, lots of different creative, lots of different calls to action so I can get the data like 100 times quicker than waiting for my low traffic website to give me that data. So I'm going to give you a real life example. It's a very common discussion that SaaS companies have, particularly in the marketing department, of what should be the main header on our landing page or on our homepage. Everybody in marketing knows that main header is so critical. That first thing that people read when they come onto your website, that's either going to hook them in or it's going to make them think, I don't know what these guys do, I'm not interested. So it's critical that you get that right. So let's say you've written 10 different versions of that header and you're not sure which one's going to perform best. Rather than creating 10 landing pages and driving really slow traffic to all those pages to see which one converts better, instead, you want to create 10 different ads to run in Facebook. Exactly the same creative, exactly the same call to action, exactly the same caption that goes above it, but the only thing you're changing is the big header on the ad. Then you can put a small budget into that, like $200, run it as a campaign to your target audience, and the Meta platform will start to tell you in pretty much real time which of your headlines is more effective. It'll tell you which ones are getting more clicks, which ones are getting more conversions, and which ones are performing badly. And you can get really good, insightful data after like 24 hours of running those ads. So whichever one rise to the top in terms of whichever one's got the most clicks, you know you've got a great hook. So now you've got your answer. That headline that's performed the best, that's the one that's going to go at the top of your homepage or your landing page. And then you can do the same again with your graphics. For example, if you're kind of going through a branding exercise at the moment, or you're unsure which type of graphics is going to resonate best with the audience. Should I be using platform shots, or should I maybe be using infographics to try and explain it? Create 2 or 3 different ads. Don't change anything else, only change the thing that you want to know the answer to. So keep the copywriting the same, just change the image, see which ones get the most clicks. Again, you've got your answer very quickly. So you're going to quickly learn what content resonates best with your audience. And that's why ad testing is much more effective to understand what drives engagement than trying to do it on the website. And it's a great way of settling a debate. You often have debates within companies of messaging. How should we be describing ourselves? What should our headline be on the site? What should be the leading benefit? What should be the feature that we put on the top of our feature page? And you can obviously go down the customer research route where you're interviewing your customers or surveying your customers. But a problem with SaaS startups is they don't have a lot of customers to do that, or customers don't want to do it. So sometimes it's even better to be asking your target audience. And rather than surveying them, just serve them a bunch of ads and see what they click on. And that will just give you such good indications of what they're interested in and what hooks work. So if you're having an internal debate, you can put it to the test with a very small ad budget. So we implemented this strategy here at Rocket SaaS about a year ago. We tinkered with our website and our landing pages, and we started getting a bunch of conversions sometimes, and sometimes we didn't get a conversion from campaigns, and we couldn't quite work out what is the reasoning, what's the best campaign that's working here. And I really want to know what is the best headline that's hooking the most people in. So we created about 20 different ads, same graphic, same headline, and then we very quickly understood that the headline, struggling to generate SaaS leads, was our top performing headline. That got the most clicks. It resulted in the most conversions. And then it became our slogan for most of our campaigns that we do. If you see ads for Rocket SaaS now or landing pages, you'll often see a headline or the sub-headline or somewhere in the text, struggling to generate SaaS leads, because we understood from our Facebook ads testing that is the question that people are most resonating with. That's the hook that people want to click on the most. And we found the same thing for our clients. And you can pass this information on throughout the company. So salespeople love it as well. So we say usually to the sales team when we're working with a client that's got a sales department, we say, we've been running this ad. This headline's getting the most clicks. They say, great, we're going to take that headline and we're going to use it in our subject line. Then the open rates go up. So that's it. Just a short podcast today. Stop A/B testing on your website if you're a startup. Instead, go into Meta Ads and do your A/B testing with that platform. Messages, graphics, calls to action, check the click-through rate percentage, see which ad rises to the top. And now you know what is your best headline, what is your best creative. Get those onto the landing page. Go back, do some more A/B testing, try more messages, more graphics, keep iterating, keep improving those landing pages. And when you get to the point where you've got a few really good top performing ads, then I'd go into A/B testing the landing pages. But you start with an ad platform. So I hope you enjoyed that pod. If you did, I'd love it if you could give us a 5-star review. Also hit the subscribe button. That helps us grow the pod, get more followers. And if you want more kind of written examples of the advice that I give, go to saasmarketingweekly.com. As an email newsletter that I write every Thursday, and I'm always giving out very similar tips and advice like this on how you can scale your SaaS business. So thanks everybody. See you next week.